So I have to say, Jada and Will, I hope you have your popcorn at the ready. Because boy, oh boy, are they the absolute shitstorm of couples. And the reason why I think it's funny, you should never idolize people's relationships, because outside looking in, boy, do they look perfect. When in reality, they're both extremely crazy. They belong in the nut hut. Now, you have to take everything that celebrities and these types of elitists say with a grain of salt, because I'm going to be honest, we aren't people to them. They're a bunch of liars. Most everybody in the Hollywood form of any type of place, except for maybe the writers that are getting shit on, they don't like you. They don't care about you. They care about the money you make them and the fact that they are giving you a service. The service that they're giving you is definitely going to be hilarious at the least, because they're attention whores. Kind of like just about everybody that does, say, YouTube, comedy, songs. It's not really because they are. It's because they like attention. Now, there's always, people that are shy about it. But it always comes down to they want attention somewhere. It does not matter. It could be hidden, but you find out that's what you want. And sometimes that attention goes to your head and you lose your hair over it. So I think it's pretty funny that Jada, of all people, spewing the amount of verbal vomit coming out of her mouth is ridiculous. I don't think that a single thing she said has been the truth, probably in the last 15 years, considering the last 7 years was a lie. If this is anything to go by, please, for the love of God, do not get in a relationship. These are the type of people you're looking up to. And yeah, I know I seem like I'm beating a dead horse, or everybody's done talked about it. Maybe had something better. But Will Smith, let's go ahead and break this down. Just like a fart he trusted too much into. Now we're all got itchy ass because of this. And believe me, it is now drying. Since he didn't do a nice courtesy wipe, nor did he go wash that ass, it is fucking over. And here's the thing that gets me. Their Wikipedia article has changed so much in the last few days. Now, just a little nitpick, but it's really just how long their marriage has lasted. Now, that being said, I kept up with it, and he was apparently, the last I was looking into this, he was getting divorced in 2024. Well, apparently they've been divorced since 2016, now that Jada decided she would pull out the look at me dick and tell everybody, look, we haven't been together since 2016. We haven't called each other husband or wife. Which is funny because her red table, whatever the fuck that's called on Facebook, that thing, she never mentioned they've been split up. And they can act like they just don't want people to know their problems or the public eye or anything like that. Bullshit. They love any attention you give them. They've been around each other on all these red carpet events, and it's just, come on, you can't even lie about this stuff. Now, it may seem like I'm just battering and bashing and attacking. I'm not, by no means. These are public figures, and they're going to have to deal with the fact that even when people put negative comments on my channel or on my videos, I'm going to have to face the fact they're going to do it. It is what it is. There's not much that, I could be boring, I could be rambling, I could have very bad edits. It's going to happen because not everybody's going to be, peak and perfect all the time. I'm a fat dude. I'm definitely not perfect. But Will Smith has always had this persona of being perfect every day. He's done it on every film, and he's gotten to Dwayne Johnson levels of importance and his own self-righteous need, where he will put himself in the movie. He's not playing a character. He's Will Smith as that character. Now, Dwayne Johnson is 1,000 times worse. I might even do a video on him at some point in the future and may work on it and have it updated. But for the meantime, while I'm only being able to really get around to 1, maybe 2 videos a week, I'll put that on the back burner. I think it's ironic that she's such a center of attention right now, when in reality, she hasn't really done anything of note in 30 years. She's had quite a few, we'll say, movies and filmography, but not a lot of upfront or, headlining spots at all. She has done little bits of here and there. She was in The Matrix, that's about the only thing I even know her in, because, don't get me wrong, a lot of her movies are probably just not my style of movies. Now, Will Smith does movies for everybody, the whole family to enjoy, for the longest. Now, he's tried to do some serious roles, not saying he hasn't done well, but outside of that, it's either he's Will Smith or he's trying his hardest to be serious. Now the family, I think, is the thing that kills me is the what was it, entanglement. The word entanglement. See, when that happened, they never said they were separated. You didn't hear anything about that till now. I think what is going on, they're just trying to keep this and bleed it dry. It's like it's beating a dead horse. And don't get me wrong, I guess I'm involved in this as well since I'm doing a video on it. But I think it's kind of funny that the whole time these people are just, I mean, oh, the slap. Why did he do that for me? I didn't tell him to do it. You could look in your face and tell you enjoyed that a little bit. Come on, you like the attention. What you didn't know, the backlash was coming. That's what you probably didn't know. And now you're trying to you're trying to piggyback a little bit. And I think he's doing it horribly. And onto the gaslighting. This man blamed everything that's going on himself. Is he perfect? By no means is he. But I don't think he was I don't think he was as horrible as what they're trying to make him out to be. He seems like he's a villain. And if he isn't a villain, oh boy, is this an origin story to fucking right to the heavens at this point. This guy right here, I swear to God, Will Smith is he's going to have a turnaround, and I don't know if it's going to be a good one. Now, if he comes around and starts just putting out bangers of a movie left and right, then cool. But I have a feeling this man's going to try to go back and do those lame-ass raps again, and he's going to come out with like a diss track about how Tupac and Jada were clapping cheeks back in the day in the back of a fucking rental or a Bentley with his fiance at home before he got shot. It's going to be something weird. And I'm surprised she's not going to say that she had like 16 kids by him at this point that nobody knew about. She's come out and said that he had alopecia, which I'm not here to say if he did or didn't. I mean, that's not the point. My thing is, at this point, it just seems like she's felt so bad that she felt so bad that she's not been in the limelight for so long that she's literally just trying to say anything and everything to stay in the light. She wants to just milk this for everything she can. She wants to put it all on that Facebook red table, whatever it's called. The red table talk, that's all she's trying to do. She's just upping the ante so more people will get on Facebook and watch her shitty fucking talk show. Now, yeah, I guess it's the pot calling the kettle black, being I'm just a shitty dude on a camera talking shit about them. But I look at it like this. Here's the thing. You are a public figure that is just you're running your name through the mud. You're bringing up all this shit that nobody cared about. More than likely making it up. You're looking like a loony bin escapee. And I'm sorry, but I thought if you have alopecia, you don't have hair. Maybe I'm wrong and I'm being a little ignorant of that, and I apologize. But it seems like she might not have it, to me. Now, this is not me accusing her of lying, okay? So do not try to get this twisted. I will say as much goofing off on her as I can, but it just seemed like she shaves her head. For her to be over 50 years old and having alopecia with no visible baldness, like I've seen her with hair, and I worked with a person who had alopecia. He had no hair. It was gone from head to toe. Now, I'm understanding there's varying degrees of having it. When I worked at a previous job doing furniture, loading him up in homes, there was a guy, he had patches over his head. I understand it's going to look different, but Jada looks like she's not affected at all. And to say, and to bring up Tupac, who has passed away for quite a long time now, I think it's disingenuous of her to even speak of anything that has to do with him. Now, yeah, you can go ahead in the comments and talk a lot of shit about me saying anything against her, and go ahead and defend her, Will, and the whole family of nutbags that are there. Now, just to let you know, they're all of age. They're all over 18. They can all take criticism, I hope. The only thing that's getting me is her kids are definitely doing a little bit better than her, I do think. And a lot of their little weird, videos, music videos, or whatever they're doing, they're dipping their toes in. They're still young, and I hope they do better than what their parents did, because I think that they're both just super estranged from the general public. And that's the thing I think I need to get around to letting people understand. It's cool to watch your favorite actors do movies. It's cool to watch anybody play your favorite characters. Just don't look too much into it. Don't look into these celebrities like they're something to be worshipped, watched, or, eyeballed for the rest of your life. And especially don't model your marriages and relationships after people like this. Because as of late, it's shown that a lot of these people that people thought were like the most genuine of marriages are falling apart. Now, I get the whole term, people will fall out of love, but It's Hollywood. I don't think hardly any of them really love each other. There's a few of them that still are genuinely with people. But I think overall, that's why people like Keanu Reeves didn't date, because, in my opinion, I might be completely wrong, but it didn't seem like he was dating because there was no point in it. When you have people that are just so disingenuous with each other, why even date when, I mean, it's all a spectacle? And that's what Will Smith, you can go ahead and argue all day, but Will Smith is a spectacle person. He is up at the high horse. He's above everybody at this point. He's done nothing but try to be in some of the biggest bangers that he could ever do. And honestly, as good as the movies were as a child, a lot of them were flops too, and that's what people don't even pay attention to. That they didn't really gross as much as you would think. Now, he still was a blockbuster hit. He still, put meats in seats. But to say that any of this isn't going to be scrutinized or be under a microscope, you best believe it will, especially with everything that Jada's just blurting out at this point. I think my rant's pretty much over. I've been just yelling at a camera for the last, 15 minutes. Honestly, this has been one take, and I'll be editing out a lot of the pauses where I have to look over and look something up because I have a brain for it. But the thing is, I don't know how short this video is going to be until I edit it, and I appreciate any view I get to with it. Please, for the love of God, don't go into the comments just stirring up shit just due to the fact that these two people are people in the end. I'm just taking a little bit of a jab at them because they are public figures, and I really hope that at some point they both find some form of peace, or at least stop being so delusional, because they've been so out of touch with, the normal human society for so long, just the normal people, that I think they forget what it's like to just be a person at Walmart, of all places. The struggling 9-to-5 people, people that have to go pay $400 in groceries every few weeks. It's hard to keep up with this stuff, and they've lost all sense of that. And so all they can do is just keep stirring up shit in their own personal lives just to keep relevancy. And I hope they can learn from this. I doubt that they will, considering the fact it is Will and Jada. If nobody understands that people like that are just absolute nutcases. The only person, like I may have said it, or I probably didn't even put it in the video, or I said it a while ago. The only person worse than like Will Smith is going to be Dwayne Johnson. I mean, jeez, that guy right there, you want to talk about being a horrible person. He is the absolute worst. Because between him and Will Smith, I think Will Smith has put himself in movies, but the king of doing that is Dwayne Johnson. There is no character in that movie. Black Adam was not Black Adam. It was what could happen if Dwayne Johnson had superpowers. So, yeah, I think that'd be about what wraps it up. If you want to look into this, start looking the stuff up. New stuff comes out every day about this crazy lady. But, like I said, I hope everything starts kind of getting a little bit better. Her kids are grown, so hopefully they can definitely handle this better than what their parents are handling it. Because clearly they're all gaslighting and just being stupid. But, with all that being said, I hope y'all have a good one.